Former President Donald Trump went on Fox News with Sean Hannity last night after being sanctioned for contempt of court in the kangaroo court run by Juan Merchan. Now, Judge Merchan, Justice Merchan, that's their term in New York, is going to get reversed on 6 or 7 different rulings that he's made. Andrew McCarthy put out a long piece yesterday at National Review Online. It's at my X feed. If you look at Hugh Hewitt and scroll down, you'll find it, detailing all the ways in which the judges railroading Donald Trump. But Donald Trump went on with Hannity last night. He began by praising New York Police Department in Columbia, cut number 15.
Well, I really think you have a lot of paid agitators, professional agitators in here, too, and I see it all over. And, you know, when you see signs and they're all identical, that means they're being paid by a source. These aren't hand-painted signs where people would go to their basement and paint something because they really believed it. These are all signs that are identical. They're made by the same printer. And, you know, when you see that, that means there's somebody at top that's paying or a group that's paying. And they're doing great disservice to the world, but they're doing great disservice to our country. But when you look at New York in a state like this, but look at other cities, it's not a lot different. It's frankly worse in some places than it is right now in New York. And I think
former president is right. It's much worse on UCLA, where the battle goes on between police and pro-Hamas and pro-Israel protesters. Meanwhile, Donald Trump said this on Hannity, cut number 16.
Well, it's just such a sad thing to see, Sean. When you look at this, it's not even believable. If you go back a year or go back 3 or 4 or 5 years ago, this would not even be possible to think about. Nobody would be thinking this could happen. You look at the anti-Semitism, the hatred of Israel by so many people. You go back 10 years, I mean, Israel was protected by Congress, and now Congress is just doing numbers that are unbelievable with, I think, a very, very small group of people within Congress, and it's got to stop. But we have to go back to the roots. We have to protect. We have to stop the anti-Semitism that's just pervading our country right now, and Biden has to do something. Biden is supposed to be the voice of our country, and it's certainly not much of a voice. It's a voice that nobody's heard. And look, I don't think he's able to do it. I don't think he's got what it takes to do it, but he's got to. He's got to strengthen up, and he's got to be heard.